mic, the fake mic somewhere. Real news. Let's see, we're going to be joined. I'm going to be on a panel here. Today we're going to be breaking it down, the unofficial, official. And hang tight, we're gonna wait a sec here. I'm gonna get everything golden.
You know what I'm saying?
So appreciate you guys very
Say hello to the stepbrothers. Hi.
Yep, today we're gonna be talking about stepbrothers. Hey, what up, Nick? All right, we're gonna put on the top chat here so we can take a look at the chat and all messies. Yo, guys, so today we're talking about stepbrothers. Now, I said this. Now we're gonna wait about. You know what? I'm gonna give it a minute here. I want some people to join. We're gonna get to questions. But hold your questions to the end. You guys start putting the comments. You can actually start getting your questions in here now. I'm going to break something down for you guys. So, Nick, before anybody jumps on, I'm going to break this down real quick, and then we can get some people on the panel, and then we can, we can get some people on the panel now. Screw it. If you guys want to join, just going to bear with me. What up, Brandon? What up, Frank? What's going on, guys? Share this video. This video is going to be very powerful, so share this video. Now, first and foremost, I'm not a Democrat. I'm not a Republican. Don't like neither of these groups. However, right now the Republicans, they're in control. And you're also saying, whenever I speak about the Republicans, people be like, oh, what do you like, Kamala and Hillary? And I'm like, well, actually no. My Kamala video have over 1 million views. And then when I confronted Hillary about Jeffrey E., I did it before the mainstream news even knew who that person was. So, and some of my closest friends are the original researchers when it comes to all this that push things into the mainstream news. Now, I'm no fan of any political party or person. That being said, Trump is currently back, heavy air quotes here, guys, in power. And that means, for whatever reason, and I have a theory as to why, a lot of people still support Trump despite a lot of crazy things. Now, in fairness to some Trump supporters, a lot of what I'm going to go through now, I'm going to run through this very quickly, so if you want to request to join, maybe one of the moderators can let them know how to join. But what I'm going to tell you, feel free to debate it, discuss it with you here, but I'm going to run through just a rough draft right here of reasons you probably shouldn't trust Trump, or maybe like him as much as you should, and these things you probably haven't heard before. These are things you probably haven't heard before. Guarantee you probably didn't. Now, I literally told 2 different people a couple days ago, I may have said in a live stream, I'm pretty sure I said in a live stream too, I said Jeffrey E. and Trump are the closest. Now everyone says, well, what about Bill Clinton? Bill Clinton went on 26 of his flights and did Secret Service 22 of those times. Yes, I know that. But even that being said, I'm going to lay out how Donald knew for 10 plus years about what his closest friend is. And so I say that, and then a couple days later, this comes out. This is an article right here. First case in point here. This article is from the Daily Beast. I will show it on screen so you can Google it just so you see that this is a real article, that I'm not pulling anything out of my butt. I will read it so you guys can Google it. Now, I'm not saying to trust this article, but
We got the first misinformation guy. What's up, misinformation guy?
okay. Okay, so there's misinformation, and actually I'm glad that they brought that up, because I was actually about to bring that up myself. So, when you bring up Donald Trump a lot, you get misinformation, fake news. Where are you getting that from? Great question. What I'm getting this from, and actually I was just about to say that, is the news. This is the Daily Beast. Now, do I agree that the news, you can't necessarily trust the news? Absolutely. There's different layers of evidence. Has everything from Fox News to CNN to Alex Jones to everybody lied to us and made up things? Yes. Even the alternative media lies to you. Lies to you. So I have a rule. It's based off Stone Cold Steve Austin. Stone Cold Steve Austin says, DTA, don't trust anybody. I don't trust anybody. I use the Socratic method. That's the best way we know to try to come to truth. That having been said, do I trust it because it's reported in the Daily Beast? No. Do I even trust anything 100%? No. But this article, if you want to score it home, which I indeed suggest you do, says, listen to the Jeffrey Epstein tapes. I was Donald Trump's closest friend. And if you want to go ahead, because don't take my word for it, you can go ahead. And I'm actually very glad that you brought that up, misinformation, because it's a very important point. So, this is a alleged audio of Jeffrey saying basically a bunch of things, but one of the things he's saying is that, yeah, Trump is basically his closest friend. Now, we do know that we live in a world where AI, anybody can take my voice and make a video of me, with my face of me saying anything I want. So we know we can fake audio, we know we can fake video, so we know that. So just because a group of liars tell us something doesn't mean it's true. I agree. Good point. Now, this is audio. Now, when someone releases audio, let's say Nick released audio of me saying, hey, I actually have weapons of mass destruction and I'm doing all this terrible stuff, right? And now if Nick releases a fake AI thing of me saying I'm all these things like I'm not, and I can sue him for slander. But Trump didn't deny this. Trump didn't sue him or anything. Nobody, now this audio has been released and nobody, not even Trump or any of Trump's people are denying this. Because if it was me on the tape and Jeffrey was saying, hey, this guy Will, he's my best friend, I'd be like, no, the heck I ain't. And guess what? Whoever made this tape up, sue them into the ground. But guess what? Donald Trump did not do that. I will continue with my points, but first I would like to respect them guys. Mr. Respect Them Guys, welcome to the stream. How are you today? Just have a couple requests. One, please do not swear or smoke on screen, and please try to be cordial. What is your take on this situation here? If anybody wants to get up, they can go up and have, I have no point. Jesus Christ, my point is, and I'll get to you really quickly, respect, and then we'll get to our next guest. My point is, nobody cares that Trump was best friends with Jeffrey E. I think people care. I think people care about that. I think you're alone on that one, Jesus Christ. So the thing is, if Trump is really not that, if that's a lie, why isn't Trump saying that, right? Interesting. Okay, Respect Them Guys. Thank you for your patience. Welcome to the stream. What's on your mind tonight, my friend?
Okay, so in that article that you referenced and the audio, is Trump saying that he's my best friend, or is he saying that we're close friends?
No, this is actually, just to be completely clear to you and the audience, this is alleged, and that's why I said alleged too. This is alleged, but nobody has said it's not. So I'm going with this is true, although I know it can be fake, but nobody's even saying it's fake. But it's allegedly of the voice of Jeffrey Epstein saying that him and Trump are close. Now, I bring this up because also it's more than just him saying this. There's multiple levels to the decades of interconnectivity between Trump, Epstein, and Ghislaine Maxwell in New York, in Florida, and many other things. So this is just one point. But yes, it's allegedly Epstein saying that Trump is his closest friend.
Okay, I just wanted clarification, because sometimes we've got to be very specific with the words that we use.
Totally
I
agree.
heard you say that best friend is different from close friend.
Agreed.
Right? Would you agree?
Oh, I would absolutely agree. And now, if this was just one piece of evidence alone, I would be highly suspicious of Donald Trump. However, I've been looking into the Epstein stuff for years before the mainstream news, and like I said earlier, my friends were the people that really got to the heart of all this. And then I spent 4 years researching Donald Trump, who he appointed to his cabinet, his ties with Epstein and some of these other characters that are in this purview, and a lot of things, like draining the swamp and sending members to Bilderberg and hiring Skull and Bones members and all this other stuff. So I spent a lot of time on Trump because...
Hey, Adrian, why don't you just hop in? You got all these comments and, concerns.
Yeah, and as long as we'll be respectful to each other.
Same thing with Jesus Christ, you know?
Yeah, I've never talked to Jesus Christ. Could you at least do me the favor to get up here and talk? Guys, if you don't know, I'm on the top. You guys can find me. $1 million audits, $1 million audits, $1 million audits on the talk. If you wanna, I wish I was in a Hellcat. Somebody donate a Hellcat to me right now on Cash App. All right, we're getting to Alex. Yep, let's get to Alex, and then we'll get to Mr. Who next. And then we'll get back again to respect them guys. And if you want to join, hit the big old plus and be respectful. The only thing I ask Alex, Mr. Who, and anybody else that would like to join, please do not curse, please do not smoke on screen, and please try to be overall respectful to the panel and the audience. Alex, what is on your mind today? Thank you for joining us.
Yeah, hey, good evening. I just wanted to touch on that basis, on that subject you're bringing up. I think if that were true, for the past 4 years, I know all the entire media has been after Trump, right?
Yeah.
They've always been talking about is, oh, he did this wrong, he did that wrong. I'm pretty sure that if that were
Let me speak to your point. I've heard this criticism many times, and thank you for your point there, Alex. I'll get back to you, but yes. So
What about here, my friend?
Anybody that wants, if anybody that has a specific question, I will answer very respectfully, and you bring a good point. Everything against the media, it seems to be against Trump, right? But we do know that, I'll give you 2 points here. It seems to be against Trump, right? But notice, that when they get mad at Trump, it's over Russia, but not Israel, right? When they get mad at Trump, they're like, okay, yeah, we'll get mad at you over doing this other stuff, but we're not going to touch the Jeffrey Epstein stuff. You see how it's controlled? And the thing is, I have a theory, which I cannot prove, which doesn't make a difference on how close he is with Epstein, but just a brief theory is, first, the CIA, this is a fact, they've influenced over 168 foreign elections, including assassinating democratically elected representatives and replacing them with right-wing fascists. And it's my personal belief, although I cannot prove it, although there is substantial evidence to support the fact that JFK was probably killed with help or bare minimum by the CIA. And then you have people like Ross Perot, who kind of messed up the election. And when Ross Perot came out in 1991, the Democrats and the Republicans, their convention, they changed the laws. And when they changed the laws, it made it more difficult for outsiders to get in, which is why Ralph Nader, a Democrat, got arrested going to his own debate. You guys look that up. That's crazy. So the point is, I believe that the CIA control freaks who have influenced 168 elections would never even let a candidate run for office that could possibly threaten them. So therefore, my theory is this is all show. It's get the Trump supporters fighting with the other fighters, and we'll get you mad at Donald Trump a little bit for this stuff, and we'll get you mad at Kamala and Hillary for this stuff, but we'll never tell you the big, real, juicy stuff, the things that they're really involved with. That's my take. Alex, take about 15 seconds to respond to that, and then we're going to get to Mr. Who. Alex, you're muted.
Oh, yeah, there it is. Okay. No, you know what? I do agree with that. It seems with that case is that both parties are involved. And I think that
that's the whole
a lot of the stuff that has happened, you mentioned with the assassination. Obviously, that had to have been an inside job from the CIA or some organization that's a federal organization or something like that. But no, I see your point, man, and man, you're a smart dude.
I appreciate you saying that. I'm not really a smart dude. I want to say shout outs to Celevision. Celevision says I'm really close, but some things are off. Okay, Celevision, what am I off on? And shout outs to product producer Purple, who's got the fire ass beats. Watch, my mixtape's coming sooner than you fools think. Why do you think I got this new look, guys? All right. Yeah, and if you guys want to join, I'm on the talk, $1 million audits, hit the request. Dr. Who, I appreciate your patience. What would you like to say concerning this topic or in general to the audience and panelists?
Yeah, no, just a couple thoughts. I thought he was going to say something else, like what took so long to drop. How old are these tapes? Why they just come out now?
Yep. no. And so the
I
thing
mean,
is,
it don't make sense, really. I mean, you got it all figured out, but
no,
it don't
I agree
make
with
sense.
you. I agree with you. You're right. And someone else, one of my friends said the same thing to me. Will, you got to understand this is suspicious right before election. True, but one, it didn't hit the mainstream news cycle like you thought it would if it was true. But two, this is just another, like, even if this didn't happen, I'm not going to do the full 45 minutes today. Maybe I'll get to a few points. I want to give a few points real quick. Just let me rant for about a minute and a half max, just to show the connection. Because even if this tape never came out, I literally said the week before he was Jeffrey's closest friend. Here's why. Now, everything I say, I can show it on screen. So if anybody doesn't believe, I'm going to give a rant. So if anybody doesn't believe any of these things, welcome to the stream, Young Seminole. If anybody doesn't believe any of these things, if you guys want to call my bluff, I can't Google at the speed I can talk, but I will pull up anything that you guys want me to pull up and explain where I got it. I'll try to give an explanation. So, Donald Trump and Epstein have been running together in the same circle since at least the 80s in New York and Florida as well. Donald Trump has also been very intimately close with Ghislaine Maxwell, okay? Now, everyone will actually say, to your point, Mr. Who, even take it a step further, say, well, actually, Donald Trump exposed Epstein and kicked him out of Mar-a-Lago. Yes, but no. So it's yes, because he did kick him out, but one, according to court documents and what those news articles, which have never been refuted or been litigated by Trump or any of his people, show is that Donald Trump knew that Jeffrey was SAing underage people and only said something about it when they wanted to purchase the same piece of real estate, which means that he's a protector of underage SA on record, and only said something when he wanted to purchase the same piece of real estate. And now, according to different court documents that have now come out in the second Epstein and subsequent Ghislaine Maxwell and other civil trials regarding Prince Andrew, what we've seen is that since he got kicked out of Mar-a-Lago, after that, there were two girls that were taken out of Mar-a-Lago after they supposedly had no connection. But it gets worse. I'm going to introduce you to an individual named Alexander Acosta, and I'm going to put him up on screen right now. And you can't... This is Alexander Acosta. This guy right here. Who's Alexander Acosta? Alexander Acosta, let's just take it right from Wiki. You know what? Forget Wikipedia. Alexander Acosta was the prosecutor in the first Jeffrey case in Florida. And he did an illegal, an immoral, and an unconstitutional pact. And he didn't even talk to the underage victims. He basically gave Jeffrey you ever heard of Jeffrey's sweetheart deal? Yeah, Alexander Acosta is the guy that gave Jeffrey.
Can I make a request?
Well, let me just get to Alexander Acosta. I'll pause there because there's other connections. Let me just end. I'm almost done with Alexander Acosta. This is a fast one, and then you can request whatever you'd like. So I appreciate your patience. So Alexander Acosta was the guy when Jeffrey got caught the first time, gave him the sweetheart deal that was known as the sweetheart deal. That even though he was caught, moving people, underage people, that prosecutor didn't even consult with the victims or the victim's family. He gave him a sweetheart deal, reduced his sentence, and allowed him to leave jail so he could continue doing that. Trump said, you know what, this guy is such a good guy, I'm going to make him labor secretary. And that's just one other piece of evidence. Respect, I appreciate your respect. What would you like to add to the conversation?
So hold on. I said one thing though, but
oh my bad. I thought that was respect asking. Go ahead.
Jeffrey was part of the Fed.
Let's do one thing at a time though. Let's just take one thing at a time. I'm not averse to go to the two. Let's just do one at a time. So say what you'd like to say. I'll retort, and then respect. You can go ahead.
Okay, so I don't really have an argument. I would just like to make a request that when you give the information. If possible, can you give like timestamps so I can follow it, in order, you know what I'm saying, so I can understand the events in which they occur, like if I know the time periods,
Sure. Okay. And so I was going to do this for, and I did this actually already on a live stream that I took down from the YT, the other plea, which is, you guys can find a lot of my stuff is up on my profile. You can find on my profile the links. So I'm not sure if this video is still up. I think I took it down, but I literally did a PowerPoint presentation with everything, and just the way the talk is so limited right now, I was going to bring up some evidence, but in the next couple weeks, I'm going to have this, it's going to be a mini documentary, because I already have all the information. I've done this presentation before. There's only been new information to come out. But yes, please find me here, and I will most assured, look, in the next couple weeks, I will pop on here and let you guys know, because that will be after be a YT platform thing, but I will provide all the receipts for sure. That's what I plan to do.
You believe Jeffrey was part of it? He was with the feds, the CIA, correct?
Not necessarily the CIA. We do, but probably. But he was definitely.
He was an asset. So Jeffrey was an asset.
Absolutely.
For sure.
Yeah.
So, and Donald Trump's number one target is the deep state. So, and in particular, the intelligence community. So this information had to be known by those intelligence communities. And you talking about this just came out last week. Still, I'm not with you. It sounds salacious.
Okay, hold on, wait, hold on, one sec. Okay,
it doesn't make sense.
Okay, so we'll take it one thing at a time. One, it would be salacious if there wasn't a 20, 30, 40-year relationship with him and Jeffrey Epstein from before. And it would be salacious if all the things I was about to tell you weren't also true. It would be. And it would be salacious. It would.
You're drawing connections.
But hold on. You're saying.
I still want to respond, because I said one sentence earlier, and then you went on and then never came back to me.
I'll give you the floor, but let me just retort to what you're saying, because you're saying that I believe you have a flawed premise, because your premise is that Donald Trump wants to take on the deep state. JFK says he would shatter the CIA into 1,000 pieces. Donald Trump says nobody loves the CIA more than him. Donald Trump hired members of Skull and Bones. He hired members of the Bilderberg Group. He hired Rothschild bankers and every single one of Jeffrey Epstein's best friends. So it's not like Donald Trump. And then he met with Henry Kissinger multiple times. So he did not drain the swamp, and he increased the deficit by much. So your premise that he wants to drain the swamp, maybe he does, but he does not know how to do it. He actually added more members of the swamp than even Obama had.
Okay. I mean, it's cool. I mean, you're doing a lot of good work here, but it's fiction.
What specifically did I
it's
state?
Fiction. So I'll tell you this.
What did I state that was factually incorrect?
I'm going to tell you where your premise is flawed. Because you said because Donald Trump hasn't filed lawsuit, then it must.
I never said file a lawsuit.
That's what you said. You said because he didn't respond to it. Well, listen here. Bosses don't answer to peasants. Could you imagine that if Donald Trump, everything somebody said about him,
this is a newspaper during election cycle.
It don't matter. Don't you think he has some other stuff going on? Because he's not answering about some people on TikTok live talking about he was friends with Jeffrey Epstein or somebody.
No, this is.
God, I mean, it's cool, it's cute.
So okay, so let me ask you, Mr. Hill, if you were the president of the United States, or if you were the head of a $1 billion brand, and a large major news organization called you a essayer of children, you wouldn't respond at all? That's beneath you to respond to? Tell me how that's logical.
Yeah. Does Jay-Z respond to everybody that's calling Jay-Z a pedo?
Okay, please don't say that word, but I get your point. But
like I said, bosses don't need to respond to everybody.
Listen, sue everybody.
If you respond to everybody, that's what we.
Okay,
that's what
fine.
We
that's fine, but that still doesn't take away the fact that him and Jeffrey have been.
Just do the flip side. Do the flip side of your coin. He's an important person.
Hold on, big dog. We'll let you talk, big dog. We haven't even let young Seminole talk, who's been here before you. So me and Dr. Who will I'll give Dr. Who. Sorry, Mr. Who. Take 20 seconds to finish your point. I will withhold my retort for now. We can get back to it. But big dog, you can speak after that. And there's only one rule. There's no swearing and no smoking. That's 2 rules on screen. So just have your patience, and we will get to you and let you speak your mind for about a minute or so. Mr. Who, give us your overall point. We'll get back into the details.
The flip side of your coin is like, oh, if you were running for president, somebody accused you of it, wouldn't you respond? The flip side of that coin is, if you're trying to make a name for yourself, if you're trying to sell some newspapers or some clicks, wouldn't you just accuse somebody of something? Like, you're on it, man, but you're not really thinking about the responses. You're just thinking about what you're gonna say.
I would
That's a
disagree
flawed
with.
argument.
I would disagree.
So then, what do you think about then, Mr. Who?
I think it's funny.
It's funny to you. Do you lick a lot of boots, or you just do it on TikTok?
No, you're bootlicking.
I think you are, but let's move on.
You go straight up attack. You see, you're in here wanting to have decorum, and then you call me a bootlicker. That's weird, dude. That's weird, buddy. Buddy, that's weird. That's weird.
All right, that's cool. We all have
All right,
opinions,
let's
right?
let Big.
I
Let's
know,
let.
and your opinion is I'm a bootlicker.
All
That's
right,
weird.
Mr. Who,
That's
Mr.
weird,
Who.
Chief.
Let's forget that. Let's forget that.
Guys.
Let's forget that for
Let's
now.
take that
We're going to delve back into this with Mr. Who. I'm going to see if I can present enough information to maybe change. Actually, the next question I'm going to ask Mr. Who.
No, I'm good. I got boots to lick. Peace.
I really hope you would stay. Okay. All right, big dog. Give me your response. Give me your take.
What are you guys talking about, first?
Sounds like you voted for him.
You don't even know.
Oh, you're talking about Trump. Hey, all I see is a picture of him and Jeffrey Epstein.
Okay, yeah. So we're talking about stepbrothers. We're talking about the fact that, despite the close ties to academia, Hollywood, and Bill Clinton, amongst other people, that the closest associate to Jeffrey Epstein, according to Jeffrey Epstein himself, is Donald Trump. What's your take on that?
Well, I think this is honestly irrelevant. Look, the country decided.
Hold on, I'm gonna. I'll let you finish your statement, but I can't let an absurd statement fly like that. The fact that Donald Trump was best friends with the largest human trafficker in United States history is working on.
Yeah, he was in the 90s and the early 2000s for sure, but then they had a famous falling out that everybody knows about in the early 2000s.
Apparently, actually, Big Dog, you just repeat what
So
other.
you're going to take Epstein's word?
Hold on. I'll give you the floor. But you're what you're saying is you're saying everybody knows about the falling out that they had. But what you don't know about the falling out, because obviously everyone doesn't know, because obviously you don't know, because you just repeated it, you never looked into it. The falling out.
Assuming I don't know.
Okay, so tell me, how long did Trump and Epstein interact before this falling out?
So they were friends through the 90s and into the early 2000s.
And what was the cause?
Banned him.
What was the cause? What was the cause of the falling out?
Banned him from Mar-a-Lago, and
Why?
they weren't friends after that.
Why? What's the reason everybody knows about? Why though? Why did they stop becoming friends?
I don't.
Everybody
Okay,
knows. Tell me why.
Okay, I don't remember the exact reason.
Oh,
but
so
the point
everybody
is,
knows,
he was
but
one of the
you
first
don't know.
people-
But
he
you
was
know,
one
I'll
of the
tell you the
first
reason why.
people
I just said it before you got
to
on the stream.
disown
I just got it. It's
Epstein.
not insignificant. And I'll tell you the reason why is because you didn't even look into it. You just repeated something. You said everybody knows why, and you yourself didn't even know why. You're the
That's not what I said. But okay.
bro. You're the problem with this world. You just repeat stuff that Republicans tell you. Guess what? The reason.
Okay, hold on.
Let me get my point. I'll let you retort.
So do you think this is unique to Trump?
Bro, I didn't say it. Bro, hold on. You're not listening. Okay.
So I mean,
Okay, give me 15 seconds to land the plane, and I'll let you talk crap to me as long as you don't swear for a minute straight, okay? Here's the thing.
Okay.
The reason that they had the falling out was because Donald knew that Jeffrey was abusing minors for years, and Donald only said something when they wanted to purchase the same piece of real estate, and they said that they were not friends anymore. However, according to court documents in the new Epstein case, the new Ghislaine Maxwell case, and the civil case with Prince Andrew, children that we knew of were trafficked after the fact, after the friendship, from Mar-a-Lago. So it's not that, they were
those
stopped
cases
becoming
are
friends.
not even credible, by the way. Are you talking about the what's her name? I know her name. I know her name, but
Virginia Roberts
I
Giuffre?
know. There's another one too, though. There's
Yeah, the two major
I
cases
know
that
her
have.
fucking name.
Yep. Okay, so
Yeah,
how are
so
how are those cases flawed?
Okay, I'm trying to remember her name, but the one they've already decided that was uncredible. And by the way, if they really had something on Trump, or if the cases were credible, they would have charged him with something.
No. Okay, so stop.
And I find it interesting. I find it interesting that you're saying He stopped talking to him because he knew about minors. Then why didn't anybody in the Democrat Party? Why didn't Bill Clinton? Why didn't any of these celebrities? It just so happens that Trump, before anybody else, was like, whoa.
Before anybody else
knew about it? Are you kidding me?
He wasn't before. No, I just told you that. Okay, first of all, I gotta correct you on a couple things. First of all, one, the cases that you said were uncredible, which is not a word, were also deemed credible, and that's why Jeffrey Epstein went to jail the second time, right? And actually, Prince Andrew settled the other case. These cases have been adjudicated. They're not fraudulent. They're not flawed. I'm sorry, Nick.
Okay, then why again?
Then why? No, Nick.
Wasn't he implicated? One and two. Why he wasn't even civilly sued? He wasn't civilly
sued. Bro,
he's
been. You're wrong. You're wrong. Okay, stop. Pause. Nick, mute him. Nick, mute him. Here's the thing, bro. He has been. The thing is, you're. I don't mind having a conversation with somebody, but you are literally just spewing fraudulent information. Why hasn't he been sued? He's been sued 21 times on record. The victims, and some of these are underage, have said they withdrew some of they're still pending lawsuits right now. But some of them who are underage withdrew it because they said they kept getting death threats. And people that looked like they worked for the government were coming around. So So don't say he's never been sued. He's sued at least 21 times that we know. You're literally just.
So you don't think it's interesting that MSNBC doesn't talk about this, CNN doesn't talk about this, no credible news network talks about this. You know why? Because it's not credible.
What's not credible? What's not credible?
If it was credible, you would have every
What specifically did I state? Which was factually.
The cases you brought up, if they were credible, every major news network would be talking about it.
Bro,
but they're not.
Bro, they did.
Because they're not credible.
Bro.
They're not.
Bro, how do you think Jeffrey Epstein went to jail the second time if the case wasn't credible? How did Jeffrey Epstein allegedly hang himself in
It's credible with Jeffrey Epstein. It's not credible with Trump. It's credible with Jeffrey Epstein, not with Trump. It was credible with Trump. Every news network would be talking about it nonstop, especially during the election cycle. Are you kidding me?
Bro.
What are we doing here?
What are we doing? Yeah, it doesn't make a difference that...
You guys see every piece of information you came on. Oh, we got him this time.
No, bro, you don't even know me. See, you think I'm some type of raging leftist, but you don't know me. I've been out here, bro. I have 1 million views exposing Kamala Harris. I confronted Hillary Clinton about Jeffrey Epstein before the news even knew who he was. So I think I have and I'm pretty good friends with the researchers. Shout outs to Titus Frost. Shout outs to Titus Frost. A real researcher. Hold on. I'm gonna let Young Seminole talk next, and then we'll get to Bailey. Hold on. Because people, and that's what's wrong with people. This guy comes in here, first he starts repeating Republican talking points, which I defeat. Then he's just repeating. He said, yo, mute him up, Nick.
When you have time, you can look up fake Mike on YT.
No, don't even do that. But yes, I did defeat it because you said, oh, everybody knows that. I said, why? I don't know why. So you're telling everybody, oh, no, yo, if you don't shut the heck up, you're gonna leave. And I'm just gonna make fun of you when you leave. At least I'm gonna give you a chance to talk back. But bro, you keep saying, oh, everybody knows that. I was like, oh, why'd that happen? I don't know. And then you said, oh, there's no court cases about Trump. I was like, yeah, there's 21. And everything you said, I've debunked. Okay, so and it's not, and I'm shut, bro. One last chance, Nick. If he interrupts me or anybody else one more time, give him the boot. And you come in here in bad faith because you assume that we're a bunch of leftists hating on Donald Trump. You know nothing of us. You know nothing of what we've done. I called out. You're like, oh, what about the Democrats? I called out Hillary Clinton to her. I walked past Secret Service saying, stop, to go up to Hillary Clinton's face and ask her what her and her husband were doing flying around with Jeffrey Epstein. So first of all, every time you meet somebody, don't assume, oh, this person's a leftist, oh, this person's a rightist, oh, that person's information is wrong. Just give somebody some credit. And listen, if I correct you time after time after time after time, say, hey, you know, I might not know that. Hey, you know what? Maybe you're wrong, Will. Hey, Will, why don't we look that up together right now and have a discussion about it? Okay? So let's try to have that going forward. Young Seminole, what would you like to say? And then we will have Bailey on the stream. Thank you both for your patience. Young Seminole, welcome to the stream. Thank you again for your patience, man. Young Seminole's a young new friend of mine. Level-headed guy. Hopefully he'll get me to shut the heck up. Young Seminole, how you doing?
So calm down, Mike. All right, calm down, brother. All right, so I think dude's point is, and this is just, you know, me speaking logically here, all right, is that,
If you guys want to join in the talk.
they turn misdemeanors in New York into felonies, charge them with felonies, and that's been all over the news media. They've persecuted this dude for 8 years in the media, going after him left and right. Big Dog's point is if the points you're making, this would be on every news outlet 24/7, like every other thing has been.
Sure, I agree. And I just addressed.
It's like Russia. We're still hearing about that for the last 8 years.
Agreed. And that's my point. Is the thing is the media want to make Donald Trump seem to the right, like he's some type of anti-establishment figure, although his actions prove otherwise. And two, the reason why you hold on, we're getting to Bailey, and then we'll get you a chance to retort, okay? But also, the reason the media does it is just like I said earlier. They talk about Russia, but they don't talk about Israel. They'll talk about certain things, but they're not going to talk about Epstein. Why? Because that involves the whole show. Because if they bring up Epstein, then that means media has to go down too. They're going to be investigating themselves, and then academia has to go down, and then this has to go down, and that has to go down. So they're not going to pull the strings on Trump if those strings tie back to them. Bailey, what are your thoughts, and how are you this evening?
I'm not just a conspiracy theorist.
Okay, well, hold on. Name one thing I said that was factually incorrect.
You just said a conspiracy.
One.
All the media and all this people, the reason that they're not talking about this story that you say is credible is because they don't want to expose people in the government. The media has been dogging this man for 8 years. You don't think if they had one credible shred of evidence...
I will tell you, hold on. I'll get to Bailey. I'll get to Bailey. All right, Big Dog. I got one thing to say to you, okay? There's video of the host of Good Morning America behind the scenes saying, wow, we had this Epstein stuff right in front of us and we were told not to investigate. Big Dog, good night. You interrupted too many times. That was the last interruption. If you want to come back and be a good boy...
All you do is interrupt.
I can do that. I'm the host. This is my show. This is me and Nick's show. So this is what we do. When annoying people that spread lies, if you're gonna spread a lie on my channel, I'm gonna stop you. If you want to have an idea or a point, but if you're gonna spread a lie, like Donald Trump has never been sued, like, bro, I'm gonna stop you and say, no, that's wrong. If you're gonna say, well, everybody knows that, and then when I ask you, well, what is it, and you don't know why, I'm gonna call you out. So, Bailey, thank you for your patience. I appreciate it. Prince, Aji, we'll get you in a minute, but we're gonna give Bailey the floor.
Bailey was around at one point.
I do believe Bailey was on a previous stream. That's why I say welcome back. If anybody wants to join up, hit up the talk. $1 Million Audits. We're on the talk. $1 Million Audits. All right, Bailey, go ahead.
Thank you.
Welcome back.
Thank you. Can you hear me?
Loud and clear, Bailey.
Yes. Well, right here.
Derek, you're gonna have to mute up and wait. There's other people to talk. They only ask you. You're gonna have to wait in line. We just ask people that you do not swear and be respectful. We'll get to you, Derek, after Prince. Bailey, please take your time and continue. Start over. Thank you.
Here we go. Once again, we are living in a cycle of humanity. We have to get together, and we have to thrive together. We have to live.
There you go. Got it.
Totally agree with you, Bailey. Except for J-Dog. I'm not living with that idiot.
Well,
that was a half joke. I can learn to love him. Oh man, we got another guest. We got Good Guy here too. Good Guy, hang on tight. We got a star with us. All right, Prince, Aji, welcome to the stream. Thank you for your patience. What do you...
I didn't even get...
Oh, my bad. I thought that was such a long pause. Okay, tell me. That was such a dramatic pause. I thought you were done. My apologies. Let us know when you're done so I don't have to guess this time, okay? Thank you.
Okay, so I have a speech, and I think it's a good one. It's one that I would hope that we can be together once again.
Let's hear it.
I will fight for my daughters. I will fight for my children, and I will fight for my sons every day. And so when I feel like I'm not being seen or heard, it makes me want to fight more. It makes me want to fight the fight more. Because we have to realize that there's a world that is around really, really, really good people. A universe that is around really, really, really good people.
Well said, Bailey. Thank you for those kind words. And I do agree at the fight. I think we keep the fight non-violent. Garbage Trumper saying we people are the enemy. Hold on, Bailey. We gotta get another panelist here. Garbage Trumper saying we're bad people. How are we bad? How are we bad people? Tell us how am I your enemy? What have I done to become your enemy? How have I? Please, I would love to know how I'm your enemy. Prince, Aji, welcome to the stream. Bailey, please hang on, Bailey. We're gonna give Prince a turn, and then we're gonna go to Derek, and then we have a superstar amongst us. I'm even making a superstar wing, so I mean, come on. So give us a break. We'll get back to you in a minute. Bailey, appreciate your patience. Prince Aji, thank you for your patience. Welcome to the stream this evening. What are your thoughts?
I don't know what the topic is. I just hopped in and
what would you like to say? I can give you the topic unless you just want to tell me what you want to say.
No. I mean, go ahead, Prince. Let's hear it. No. I mean, I get where Bailey is going. Yeah, there's a definition and all that, but there's a lot of imbalances and issues that people have been dealing with for a while, and we thought, there could be some allyship to avoid the recent appointment of Donald J. Trump as president, and that just didn't happen. So it's hard to talk about.
Hold on, Bailey. Please. Bailey, please. I don't want to have to tell you again. If there's there's 3 rules. No smoking, no interrupting, except for me and Nick, because we're running the panel, obviously, and then no swearing. Okay, so Bailey, it's baseball. 3 strikes, you're out. We could just kick you. 1 strike, you're out. But we like you, Bailey, so please hang around. Don't interrupt. Prince Aji, I'm sorry. Could you speak a little louder too? You were talking about the if you could recap the last 15 seconds and then also speak a little more loud and clear. And I want to give a shout out to my hero, the Matrix Zero. Go check him out. So Aji, if you could recap and continue with your point a little louder, I appreciate it. Derek, we'll get to you next. Thank you for your patience. Please continue.
I'm just saying, there's a lot of historical imbalances and people are upset, and we thought we could have worked together to fight what happened recently, but now there's a whole new direction that we'd like to go.
So what would you
local? Oh, sorry.
No, I'm just curious. What were you looking to fight or work together on? What do you see as some of the bigger issues, or like what do you think there?
Well, I think we definitely need to vote at a local level and make sure that we hold corporations and local officials accountable, because that's part of why I think, my opinion, that's why I think a lot of people are upset. They know that their elected officials aren't.
I'm upset because my women's rights.
Yo, Bailey,
I don't have them anymore.
Bailey's gone. Sorry.
Bailey.
I don't mind talking about these issues. I would love to sit and talk about every single one of these issues. That's literally why we're doing this. The reason why we're doing this is, just so everybody knows, 10 seconds here, I'm going to land the plane, but the reason I'm doing this is because I believe in creating a more altruistic world through nonviolence and the Socratic method. So I believe we should take these topics, suss them out, and have a nuanced discussion on it, while I use the Socratic method and apply that so we can come to a greater information. However, we can't do that if people continually interrupt and if I keep breaking. Okay, so Prince Aji, sorry, last time, please continue, and if you feel like recapping, go ahead. My apologies.
No, you're good. Just basically people are upset about their elected officials and his bosses, and they want some way of fixing that, but it seems like folks have chosen a possibly detrimental way to do that. There's a lot of reasons some people hang on their faith, they hang on what they felt about the economy and inflation, and some people just straight up say it's misogyny, they don't want a woman up top. So, lots of stuff for us to figure out, but I understand people's frustrations because, economically everyone's getting squeezed, but this is not the way.
Okay, so Prince, let's come back to that point in 1 second after we get a couple words from Derek and Good Guy, because I think what you ended off with, and you bring up some really good questions, and I think we can maybe work together collectively by this panel and the commenters here to maybe suss out some ideas that may help, and I would love to work with you on that, just some brain experiments, thought experiments. Derek, thank you for your patience. Welcome to the stream. How are you tonight, brother? And what would you like to say? What's on your mind? Derek, you're muted. Hit the bottom middle of your screen right next to the comment. There's a little mic icon if you just want to tap that. Everyone will be able to hear you. Just ask again. No smoking, no interrupting, and no swearing. But again, if you want to hit that mute, it's in the bottom middle of your cellular device. You're going to have to tap, tap, tap-a-roo. And I'm just going to tell you guys out there, hit us with the old tap, tap, tap-a-roo. All right, Derek, if you can figure out that mute, we'll come back to you. Official good guy activism. The man who is single-handedly, I mean, everyone likes to talk about Spider-Man. This is a real-life Spider-Man who doesn't look like a nerd. He's a male model and a football player. I mean, like, this guy's literally cooler than Spider-Man. He needs 1 million subscribers. He's got over 100,000, but he needs 1 million subscribers. If a fake cartoon guy that wears tights gets 1 million subscribers, good guy activism needs 1 million subscribers. Good guy, how are you this evening? Welcome to the panel. It's good to see you again, my friend. Welcome to the panel. It's good to see you again, my friend. Who's that sexy guy you got in the background? Who are you hiding from me? See you again, my friend. Figured out how to unmute himself. Sexy guy. Gave me that figured out how to unmute himself. Yo, this turned into a meme. Mute up Derek. Hold on, mute up Derek. Holy crap, Derek, you're gonna turn off all your other devices and you're gonna turn off all your other tabs and then come back to us. Holy smokes. So I'm going to give you a minute to figure that out. We're going to welcome good guy activism, and then we'll come back to you in a second and see if you get that figured out. Because that was like the meme where it was like, I'll do it for a cheeseburger. I started laughing in all the boxes. That was where it was like, I'll do it for a cheeseburger. All right, Derek. I mean, that is satisfying.
Yeah, Derek, I'm going to drop you and come back.
Come back, yeah, rejoin. Good guy activism, welcome, man. That was, do you guys know the cheeseburger meme? I just got cheeseburger meme. I thought he was, but I still kind of liked it because it felt like, shoot, I'll do it for a cheeseburger. You guys seen that? Put a 1 in the chat if you guys seen that meme. Put a 1 in the chat if y'all seen that meme. Guys, share this video. Smack the old like-a-roo. Hit the tap-a-roo. Guys, any questions, comments, let's get in here. We're on the talk right now. Talking it out. All right, good guy. Sorry, let's go. Okay.
Hello, buddy.
Man, what's going on in the background? Sounds lively.
My son is watching YouTube.
Nice.
What's going on, my dude? Just chilling, buddy. What you up to? We're talking today.
Barrio Tails got a question. You know, Barrio Tails always got a good question. And you know, I love Barrio Tails because he always asks like a genuine question. Some people troll, some people just be, but he's genuinely curious, and I think that's what gets us to the next level, is being genuinely curious. Some people just say, some people will just settle like Big Dog. He'll just settle like, no, I guess I'll just Republican now and repeat. Instead, I'll just repeat the Republican talking points. No, he doesn't stay curious about why they split up in Friends, and did they really split up in Friends, or did they actually chill after the fact, right? So I appreciate your constant curiosity. His question is thoughts on Trump ending birthright citizenship. I think it's ironic because his wife didn't get birthright citizenship. His pal Elon Musk didn't get birthright citizenship. I think it's a lot. I think it doesn't really matter what Trump says because it's not just Trump. Trump said he was going to lock up Hillary, build a wall, and drain the swamp, and that was a lie. But it's not just Trump that lies. Remember back in the day, George Bush, read my lips, no new taxes. Then he taxed the poop out of us. My little skinny butt couldn't even pay taxes back then. He had me paying taxes when I was going to the store to get some candy, paying taxes to his candy man. The candy man, he promised no taxes, but he lied. And then Bill Clinton lied. He said, I did not have sexual relations with that woman. Then he lied. Then George Bush said, oh yeah, they rank up weapons of mass destruction. And he lied. And then Obama said, don't worry, boys. Don't worry, girls. We're going to stop the wars. We're going to stop the NSA spying. And he lied. He increased the spying. He increased the wars. He started bombing charity hospitals filled with children. And then Trump said, don't worry. Don't worry, all these other guys were lying, but I'm telling the truth. I'm going to drain the swamp. Instead of draining the swamp, I'm going to hire Rothschild bankers. I'm going to hire Skull and Bones members. I'm going to hire Bilderberg members. I'm going to hire all of Jeffrey Epstein's best friends. The people that ran PR for Jeffrey Epstein. The one that gave Jeffrey Epstein the sweetheart deal. So, and then Trump came back when he was first announcing his election. He's like, I'm really going to drain the swamp this time. I know last time I met with Henry Kissinger the whole time. And I was hanging out with Skull and Bones men and Rothschild bankers. But this time, I'm really going to do it. I don't believe anything a politician says. I'm like Stone Cold Steve Austin. Don't trust anybody. E3, Red Shift, welcome to the stream. Just a couple quick requests from you. They're actually hard rules. One, no swearing, no smoking on camera, and please, no interruptions. Welcome to the stream. What would you like to say to the co-host, the panelists, and the audience at large?
Yes. We have a new option. We must adopt red communism. Trump is a dictator. He will be the end of us all. And all of these countries like Venezuela, the people like to quote as being communists, were never communists. They were authoritarian.
Okay, so let's take your comment. Let's take your statements one by one. You said Trump is. Did you say Trump is not going to leave, and you needed overall we should adopt red communism? Is that what you said?
We should adopt hard red communism.
Pause. I'm sorry, I have to pause you. Hard? That sounds a little pause, but that's us. But okay, hard red communism. And what did you say? What was the comment about Donald Trump? You said I believe you said something.
The end of us all.
Okay, he's going to be the end of us all. Okay, well, I would say I probably...
Yes, he's going to do something crazy.
Okay, well, I would probably say that that's possible. For sure, Donald Trump is one of the worst, if not... I mean, they're all really, really bad. But I gotta know, what is... I know what red communism is, but what's hard red communism? Sounds a little sus. Can you explain it briefly in like 15 seconds?
Yes. Hard red communism is means of production in the hands of the people.
And how does that happen? How do we go from what we have now to getting the means of production into the hands of the people? The proletariat. How do we get them from the bourgeoisie to us? What is the pragmatic approach that we take?
You repeal Citizens United. You do that first.
Okay, then what's next?
Then after that, you incentivize domestic manufacturing, and you only award tax breaks to companies who manufacture domestically.
So, wait, tax breaks? So only companies that produce domestically. Okay, so that more of the money, why is that? So more of the money stays within the country? With the workers? But what I'm asking you specifically is like, I'm sorry, yes. For jobs. Are you advocating that literally people take up and like go into companies and just like take over things and run it for everybody?
No.
Okay.
That would be illegal.
I agree.
What
Okay.
I'm saying is that the only corporations that should get any tax relief are those that manufacture domestically.
Okay. That doesn't sound like hard red communism. That just sounds like Republicans giving tax breaks to companies. I don't understand how that's communism. Explain. I'm curious.
Now, if I were to discuss hard red communism, the live would be shut down.
Why would you say that is? I'll tell you what.
Because
as long as
hard red.
Yep. Go ahead. Because why?
Hard red communism. There is no stock market. It's over.
Sure. Okay. So, what is there a hierarchy in hard red communism?
No, there's anarchy of the people.
Okay. Well, communism is full government control, and anarchy is no government whatsoever. So So you're saying that hard red would be because an anarchist would have a stock market, although it wouldn't be regulated by the government. It would be a free market, and maybe there would be different markets for sure. But so you're saying there's no hierarchy, but who is making the commands? Who's making decisions on the daily basis? Is it people elected on behalf of the people? Because surely every time we need to make a decision, we can't consult all 7 billion of us. What's the pragmatics of this plan?
Simple. We get together and we decide.
Okay, but as you know, people can't decide crap alone. If you get a whole bunch of us together, let's just say for the sake of argument, it was us here in the panel and then 5,000 of people that just thought just like us. There's still a billion other people that don't think like us. There's always somebody that's going to disagree. How do you get everybody? That's my question: is how do you get everybody on the same page doing this?
You don't. Those who oppose hard red communism shall be removed.
Okay, so who do you put in charge of the army or the group that removes them?
Simple. Once Citizens United is repealed, you take the true elected leaders.
What do you mean? Once Citizens United is repealed, you have the true elected leaders? You're saying, okay, so you're saying one citizen, you're saying that you don't have, okay, I thought you were insinuating they had to be physically removed. The way you talk is like, you're funny, dude. You're funny. Okay, so you're saying that, I still think that there's problems with the electoral system because I don't, okay, let me ask you this question. Do you believe that all human interactions ideally should be based around consent?
Sometimes.
What do you believe the exceptions are?
When a person is intentionally violating the law or for medical purposes.
So, what if it was an unjust law?
Unjust laws?
Yeah, do you think it's, because you said if someone violates a law, but I mean, at one time slavery was a law, and, you know, we can go to the list today and through the history of all types of dumb and stupid laws. But it should just be the law. You're saying if somebody disobeys a law, then we can violate that person's consent. But what if it's an immoral law? Is there an exception for that, with your opinion?
You cannot violate a person's consent.
You can't violate someone's consent? What do you mean? I mean, like literally any person that's been a victim. Anybody that's been a victim of rape would say otherwise. Their consent's been violated.
Put the perpetrators in prison.
What's that?
You put the perpetrators in prison. You don't put them on the Supreme Court.
Okay, yeah, but that's not. I totally agree with that. I would totally agree with that idea. No disagreement there. And we'll get to Infidel Viking 1776. This should be fun in a moment. Before you get your thoughts together, Infidel Viking though. No, there's no interruptions, no swearing, and no smoking on the screen. So we appreciate that. Let's try to be respectful to each other. And I do appreciate this back and forth with Redshift. It's a cool conversation thread to have. But my point was about consent, and but my main question to you was, okay, do you believe all human interactions should be based on consent? Okay, so the law, what's the medical exemption there? Like, okay, so like if I was knocked out and I needed to be rushed to the hospital, you wouldn't ask my permission. You just, as a good citizen, take me. I'm assuming that's correct. That's correct. Okay, great. Okay, Redshift, we'll come back to this conversational thread. I appreciate your informed responses. I'm not sure if I disagree with you. I'm not sure if I disagree with you yet, but you're interesting, and I'll tell you what. You don't just robot.
You should move to Russia.
Talking points. Yeah. If you don't like America, why don't you just leave? Why be a victim of their foreign policy and get hit with a drone strike? Infidel living 1776.
Go live in a communist country, buddy.
I hate to break it to everybody, but America itself is a communist country. It's already a communist country. It's also a fascist country. It's also a kleptocratic. It's also a technocracy. Infidel living. Appreciate your patience. What would you like to say to the panel? What's your point tonight? What's your topic? What would you like to say?
Oh, I just came on. I'm actually from Wyoming.
Nice.
44 years old. I was coming on just to tell you guys about my story. I was at a party in Laramie in 2004, and I was essayed by Liz Cheney. And I wanted to share that with you guys. She raped me.
Okay, don't say that word. Don't say that word. I'm pretty sure you're just trolling, buddy.
It happened to me, and I'm trying to go around and share my story.
Okay, what evidence do you have of this?
I mean, my own experience. I was drinking a beer, and suddenly the next morning I woke up, she was riding my dick.
Okay, kick this guy off. This guy's not only a troll, but he's not funny. Like, I thought he was going to say something funny at the end of it, too, but it's just, like, not even funny. It's like, this guy says he's 24, but he's probably 12, and that's just, like, it's like a prank call.
He's 44.
He's 44? That's even more.
You're supposed to believe all victims, bro.
Well,
yeah, you're supposed to believe all victims, bro.
No, you know what? I mean, that's a funny point, young Seminole, but it gets
right
me.
Now, Mike, you're victim blaming, you're gaslighting, and victim blaming.
I know you guys are trying to make light of this, but you know what?
What are your pronouns, Mike?
I just honestly, I don't think it's funny that people that are Trump. No, let me speak. It's not funny. Like, literally, the Republicans were right. In 2016, they were like, wow, these Democrats are going a little too crazy for Trump. Trust me. Literally, Democrats and Republicans have both told me, wow, nobody actually can...
Henry, what's funny?
Good question. What's funny? That's what I'm asking. Like, the Republicans used to make fun of the Democrats. Oh, you don't believe in facts, only your feelings. But when I present them 4 years of facts, of court documents, of images, of things Trump has said out of his own mouth on video on his own social media platform,
But what are your pronouns? People want
They like to get over here and joke. Oh, it's really funny. Oh, it's really funny. I got good. Meanwhile, the president of the United States, somebody they voted for, actually did disgusting things like that, and that's a joke to them. That's a joke.
To me, when I worked at Trump Tower, I worked in the kitchen, and there was a cucumber on the table, and he was like, Mr. Activism, I need to speak to you in my office. I was like, oh my God, Trump wants to talk to me? And he was like, you know what, bring that cucumber with you. I thought he wanted a salad, but he, toasted salad.
The only reason it's still not funny, because if it was funny I'd laugh. But the only reason you get a pass and these other idiots on the panel don't get a pass is because actually you dedicated.
I'm telling the truth.
You may be, but it's gonna be
Why
fun.
do you think I voted for him?
Oh my God. Hey, whoever's over there with who's over there with you? Who's over there with you, official?
He's only laughing because he's my son. He doesn't know.
What's your son's name?
Can't say. Young GGA Jr.
Hey, young GGA Jr. This is your Uncle Will talking to you. I want you to take your hand and ball it into a fist and smack your dad right in the you-know-where and say, stop trolling Will's live.
Wait, where? You need to be specific.
Right? No, give him a big hug because he's your dad and respect and love your dad. I can't even tell him to do that. Young DGA, you're so precious and adorable and wholesome. Respect your father always. Respect your father always.
My son has jokes with him. Let me hear a joke.
Oh, yeah, let's hear it.
Did you know that somebody's been possessed by an owl?
Hey, GGA Jr.
Did you hear what he said?
Hey, GGA Jr.
Yeah.
Do you know that there's somebody online going around telling everyone you're an owl? There's somebody going online telling everyone you're an owl.
We're at a stalemate.
Okay, I have no idea.
Damn it, you got me. You got me. You got me. Guys, this is all a ruse. I'm not actually a human being. I'm an owl. Young GGA called me out. I'm just doing TikTok to feel what it is to be a human being for one day. And I was exposed by Young GGA and his great journalistic activism. I have now It takes 186 licks to get to the center of a Tootsie Pole. How would I know that if I wasn't an owl?
Tootsie Pole?
Oh yeah.
You just said a Tootsie Pole.
A Tootsie. Where do you think you do a Tootsie Roll on, honey? It's a Tootsie Pole. You know what I'm saying, guys? All right, let's get to a couple.
Why did the chicken cross the road?
Why?
To get to the idiot's house.
Who lived at the idiot's house?
Knock, knock.
Who's there?
The chicken.
Yo, what?
Why did the skeleton go to the library?
Why?
To bone up on a few things.
Bone.
What kind of jeans does a ghost wear?
I don't know.
Blue jeans.
What type of shoes does a ninja wear?
What?
Sneakers.
I used to be indecisive, but now I'm not so sure anymore.
Who came first? The chicken or the egg?
I don't know.
The rooster.
Tayo!
Get it? The rooster came first.
Alright. Should you be teaching your child these jokes? Am I going to have to play the grandfather role right now?
He came first.
Alright, to get a little more serious here, guys, I'm not sure if anybody following.
Wait, are you happy that Trump is president?
I'm very happy that someone that's been credibly accused of SA, whose best friend is Jeffrey Epstein, who said he was going to drain the swamp and hired Rothschild bankers, Skull and Bones members, Bilderberg members, hung out with Henry Kissinger, increased the national debt, said we'll take the guns first, then we'll worry about due process, bragged he wanted to terminate the Constitution on his own social media platform, and he shut down the country, and then he gave us Operation Warp Speed, and he has a terrible spray tan and a stupid haircut, and his hair is fake, and he's a loser.
Also, he faithfully indemnified the police.
He said he's gonna, He did say that. As a matter of fact, who was pointing that out over here on my chat? Shout outs to everyone watching over here.
I said it first.
Okay, you said it first, so you're better than them.
He wants to come back.
I'm quicker than them.
Well, I don't know. I'm pretty fast. My girlfriend said she was the fastest I ever had.
Mike,
yeah.
Bailey.
What? All right, let's bring Bailey back up. Let's give her another chance, cause we're sweethearts over here.
Hi.
Even Big Dog can come back up
Have
if
you had a cup of coffee?
I did.
Okay.
I drank some water. I'm good.
All right, honey.
Bailey, how you feeling?
I'm good.
Excellent. Yeah, Bailey. So what do you think? Do you think that? Hey, where did GGA go? Okay.
Drop.
How do we know that Bailey is GGA?
Well, I'm not. Here's my voice.
There you go. She's not.
That's
I'm a human.
That
She's a human.
Oh wait, are you implying that GGA is not human?
I never said that.
Oh, snap.
We may have a reptilian on our hands. You see how he shape-shifted out of here as soon as Bailey came in? Interesting. Something to keep note of. Alright, Nick, let's wind down this panel. What say you guys? Bailey, let's wind this thing down here, guys. Pissed off a lot of people like I usually do, and it was fun. Guys, any comments? Up top, you guys up top? Get some comments in here. We've been going for 72 minutes. Bailey, man, what's fun? Do you have any fun or interesting plans coming up this winter or soon?
Oh yeah, I do. Absolutely. I have a lot of plans.
Question is, what are you drinking?
Let me ask you a question. Yeah, go ahead, Bailey. Sorry, Nick. Yeah, what you sipping on there, Bailey? Are you sipping on some Bailey's Irish cream?
No, I'm waiting for the question.
Okay, so let me ask you, Bailey.
What you drinking?
That's the second question, what you're drinking. But the first question is, if you could have dinner with one person, historic or present, as long as that person is not a deceased family member or friend, who would you have dinner with and why?
Nelson Mandela. Easy.
Really? Why is he?
Easy peasy. Nelson Mandela.
And what would you guys talk about? And what would you guys eat? Where would you take them?
Nelson Mandela and I, we would sit down, probably in a cell, because that's where like people who don't have rights go. We would sit down. And Nelson Mandela would say to me, here we go, girl. It's okay. He would say that. He would look at me and say, like, it's okay.
Hey, Bailey.
Yeah?
What are you drinking on?
I'm having some wine.
Ooh, what kind of wine?
Pinot Grigio.
Nice.
What is it? Is it a cup?
So I'm gonna get a thought from Young Seminole and Nick, and we'll wrap this up. But just to let you guys know,
Is the question too?
yeah, you're gonna get a chance to answer the question. But I'm going to not answer the question. But I will say this: if I did pick Nelson Mandela, you better believe that I'm smashing. And you also better believe I'm being like, yo, what's up with the Mandela effect? Did you really die back in the day? And yo, is it Berenstein or Bernstein? Half joking. Young Seminole, if you could have dinner with anybody, past or present, historical or contemporaneous, one caveat, can't be a deceased family member or friend or somebody that's locked up, so we have to hear a sad, tragic story. Boo-hoo. Just kidding, because it all happens to anyways. But seriously, because I used to ask that question, be like, oh, it was my dead mother. I'm like, boring. Just kidding.
And Mandela, he sat in a prison for like 20 years.
And I said, where would you take him to dinner? You said, right back to the prison. I was like, bro, why don't you take him out for some...
Mandela and I would sit there and we would eat. Actually, right now, like, I have no appetite. Like, I can't even eat.
Well, maybe you should eat and have a drink of water, Bailey. We will see you tomorrow evening. Young Seminole, yes, if you could have dinner with anybody, past or present, who would it be and why? And the answer is Will. And the reason why is because he loves me.
The answer is not Will.
Damn
the
it,
question
okay.
is, though, this person, can I speak their language?
Yeah, you have a magical translator named Will who's also there getting a free meal.
Okay, can I speak? I pick Oda Nobunaga.
Oh my god! Whoa, badass. Talk about the guy that helped unify Japan in such a cool-ass name that I want to sing.
The first actual legit warlord who, like, turned Japan into one, unifying Japan. Yeah, I'm sitting here and talking to him.
And first of all, I love his name because it sounds like it's low-key racist in like several different ethnicities, and it's such a badass name, and his name is like a verb. It's like Oda Nobunaga. It's like a combo with a freaking Japanese samurai. Oh, if you guys don't know who Oda Nobunaga is, you better learn.
So cool. He was so cool.
Yeah, he was badass. What would you guys eat though?
I think we just eat like over an open fire.
You just feast on the corpses of your enemies.
Well, yeah, we put some, we look at the headless heads, and we would put them on pikes afterwards, and then maybe we'd eat some fish or something.
Wow, I'll tell you what, I've heard a lot of cool answers, but that's one of the coolest, if not the coolest. Nick, that's gonna be tough for you to follow that up, Nick. If you could have dinner, who's your answer there, buddy?
Am I gonna have dinner with somebody?
Yeah. Past or present from history, can't be a family member or friend. And Sir Richard Lionheart actually brings up a good point. I haven't done my research on this, while I'll give you a second to think, but I have heard the other side of the part of this. I'm not saying this is what Nick's saying is, what Sir Richard Lionheart is saying is true, but I do know that he did do some violence. Now, was that violence necessary? I'm not sure, but I don't know. I don't know the history of the conflict. But he was saying that they were terrorists. But yeah, I'll tell you what. We're gonna do a whole stream on Nelson Mandela one of these days, if he still even exists by the time we do the effect. But yeah, and so you bring up an interesting point too, because a lot of these people that we think are good people, some of them are not so good people. Not necessarily Nelson Mandela. He may be a good guy, maybe the bad guy. I don't know. I never really delved deep on him, so we'll save that for a future episode. But yeah, good points. I always appreciate people bringing up the countering points. That's what I love about this chat, guys. Appreciate you. So Nick, yeah, let's see, man. Who you haven't did them with?
Yeah, them, because I think they're all evil.
Yeah, I feel you.
I don't think people are evil.
No, every human being has the capacity to do the worst evil and also show the kindness, compassion, and empathy. We are multi-layered, multipolar, multi-dimensional, multi-structural beings operating.
Exactly.
Yeah, so Bailey, I want to thank you for joining. Hopefully, we're going to wrap this up now. Hopefully, we'll see you tomorrow. I'm going to jump in Jitsi. If anybody wants to jump in Jitsi, Big G's in the chat saying total anarchy will never work. Well, government's never working, and neither is that mustache, and neither you being a troll, Big G. So,
governments and things are not working out.
No, they're not. Bailey, thank you so much. Thank you guys to everybody that joined, except for Big Dog. Just kidding. If you want to come back out and actually show receipts for what you're talking about, because you guys can come up on the live, but just don't be talking about your booty-o, please. Don't be talking about your booty-o. Okay, guys. So, yep. Peace out. Love you guys. We'll see you tomorrow night. We're gonna be back tomorrow night with another live. So, before you do, can you follow Nick? Tell everyone who to follow. You guys can find me right here. Right here. That's the thing. Just go to my screen. Follow me there. That's my name. Search me up with that name. Fake Mike, Real News. Damn. Poor Nick.
But I'm going to the garbage.
Nick.
What's the low man? No promoting.
Oh shoot.
Well,
Okay. All right, guys. We'll see you. We'll see you soon. Come find us, Nick. Any final words?
okay.
Bye, Bailey.
Bye, Bailey. Bye, guys.
Bye.
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 Yo!